preposition is a word that establishes a relationship, usually with the word following it. There are more than 100 prepositions in English. A prepositional phrase is a phrase that begins with a preposition and is followed by a noun or pronoun. Such phrases function as either adjectives, modifying nouns, or as adverbs, modifying verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. Prepositions establish relationships of time, place, exception, addition, comparison or contrast, cause or effect, concession, condition, opposition, possession, movement. Prepositions of time can be on, at, in, during, or for. We use on for specific days or dates, as in the sentence, "My birthday is on Wednesday." At is used for specific times. I have work at 9:30. We use in to relate non-specific times, such as my mother was born in 1946. And finally, we use for to describe a continuous duration, as in the sentence, I studied for 18 years. Prepositions of place can also be on, at, or in. The preposition at is used for specific addresses, such as I live at number 1 Silk Street, London. On is used for names of streets, roads, etc., as in I live on Silk Street. But we use in to designate general areas, such as suburbs, towns, and countries, as in the sentence, I live in London. As you can see, the relationship of a preposition depends upon its context in a sentence. Prepositions of movement include the words to, toward, or towards, such as in the sentences, I went to the castle gates, and don't walk towards the light. Sometimes we don't need to use prepositions to indicate movement. For example, in the sentence, my sister went outside, the preposition outside functions as an adverb. Prepositions often connect to nouns, adjectives, and verbs. Consider the sentence, we found plenty of errors. Here, the noun plenty connects with the preposition of and another noun, errors, to form a prepositional phrase. In I have no stomach for horror films, the noun stomach connects with the preposition for and the compound noun horror films. In Sally is married to a wonderful partner, the adjective married combines with the preposition to. Likewise, afraid and of are combined in the sentence I am afraid of the goblins. Now consider the sentences Heidi ran up a big hill and Heidi ran up a big bill. In the first sentence, ran is a verb that connects to up, a preposition. Ran agrees with the subject Heidi, while hill is the object of up. However, in the second sentence, ran up is a phrasal verb agreeing with the subject Heidi. We covered phrasal verbs in week 3. Remember that they are 2 or 3 word verbs that incorporate a main verb and a preposition. When 2 words or phrases require the same preposition, that preposition doesn't have to be repeated. This is called parallelism. For example, the sentence, I'm repulsed by and intrigued by that, could be simply, I'm repulsed and intrigued by that, because both repulsed and intrigued require the same preposition in by. Similarly, to say, in Brisbane you can wear t-shirts in summer or in winter, could just as well read, in Brisbane you can wear t-shirts in summer or winter. Deciding which preposition to omit depends on whether it comes before or after its corresponding object. When words or phrases require different prepositions, you cannot omit either. Take these examples. It is wise to listen to and learn from your lecturer. And would you like to swim in the pool or at the beach? None of these prepositions can be omitted, as we neither listen from our lecturer nor swim in the beach. There can be idiomatic differences in the way that prepositions are used. Take, for example, the word knack, meaning the skill or ability to do something easily and well. You could have a knack for remembering faces, a knack of making people comfortable, or a knack to using a corkscrew. In each case, the preposition changes. you must always be sure to use the correct preposition. Here are two examples of real-world publications that failed to do so. Vogue Living magazine once printed, "American sculptor Nick Cave, not to be mistaken with our local rock star," where it should have read, "mistaken for." Similarly, Brisbane City Council Customer Service posted this notice. "The current offer applies for free travel on QR and Brisbane buses," where they should have said applies to. Mistakes like these discredit the authority that your writing might otherwise command. You might have heard the rule that you should never end a sentence with a preposition. Of this, Winston Churchill allegedly said, "This is the type of arrant pedantry up with which I will not put." He was apparently responding to someone who was unaware that this is a zombie rule. Ben Yagoda included the following example in his book that we listed in week 1. "What did you want to bring the book I didn't want to be read to out of up for?" Yagoda credits the sentence as coming out of Australia. Can you see how much fun it would have been to compose this sentence? How many prepositions does it end with? On a final note, let's have a look at another example. Constance Hale, the author of Sin and Syntax, How to Craft Wickedly Effective Prose, writes that nobody knows prepositional ins and outs like Professor Maurice Bishop. He penned this little poem in 1947 called The Naughty Preposition. "I lately lost a preposition. It hid, I thought, beneath my chair. And angrily I cried, 'Perdition! Up from out of in under there!' Correctness is my vade mecum, and struggling phrases I abhor. And yet I wondered, why should he come up from out of in under for?" How many prepositions could you find in that poem? That's it for prepositions. Next week is our last for this course. In it, Ros will cover punctuation.